Hello everybody, it's Bee from Bespoke Crafts and welcome to my channel. Now it's day 3 and it's the 5th today. I am so behind. This card has caused such a headache, you would not believe it. I'm going to cut a lot of it out on the video. I might leave little bits in just for you to see the direction it's been come back to, but I might not, we'll see. We'll see how long it ends up. So, day 3 of the Gummiapan advent calendar was this little yoga elf, exercising elf. So I thought, what can I do with him? It's a little bit different. So I cut his legs off and I stuck him beneath him. So he's standing. And then I left him as he was at the end. And as you see, I've put on the top, the elf rolled by instantly regretting eating all those mince pies. So I thought you could do a roly-poly. So that's what I've done. He's doing a roly-poly to get to the other end. Oh my lordy lordy. And then I thought I'll put some Christmas lights on just to make it a little bit more Christmassy. I haven't got a die with Christmas lights, so I found a leaf that looked similar to a bulb. So I've cut them all out, coloured them all out, and then put the little silver catchings on the top. That one's moved, that's it. So, yeah. I hope you like this one. It's still not quite dry. I've literally just finished it, but I do need to get on with the other two. So yeah, I am going to do the editing now, and hopefully it's not going to be a long video. In fact, I'll say it now before I go, so I don't have to put it in, because I'm just going to bore you to death. I made a background for it by, what did I use? I used, yeah, Cosmic Shimmers. No, I didn't. I used Brushos. I used blue, orange, yellow, green, black, and a little bit of brown. And it was just awful. It was horrible. So I thought, I'm not doing that. So after I put everything in, I then took everything off. Initially I'd put him on some of these bearings that I've used, the rotary bearings. I've put him on these big ones, which you can see, they're quite high, and took all them ones off and then put him on these small ones, which I've just ordered some more of, and even some tinier ones, so that'll be interesting what they come like. So yeah, so I hope you like it. I'm going to have to look at that bit again. So yeah, there is the roly-poly elf. Right, I'll go do the editing now. These bearings are amazing, they really are. Oh dear. And I've also put, if you look, if he stops, stop, I've put him going greener. So he's really green at the end, feeling a bit sick. So it's all about the details. Right, so I shall talk to you in a little bit when I do this video. Alright, talk to you in a minute. Hello everybody. Well, it's actually now the 6th. I am so sorry about that. Yesterday wasn't a particularly very good day for me, so nothing really got done. So I've coloured him in and I've done him in greens, but to save you the process of watching me do it all, I'm only going to show you colouring in one, because believe me, this card, by the time I'd finished, it took about 3.5 hours, no kidding. And I know my son doesn't watch this, and his wife, but I think I'm going to give it to them for Christmas. So he does say he does watch them, but I know he doesn't. So yeah, I'm just going to use 3 different colours of green just to add the shading. And as I said before, you put your shading in where it would automatically go naturally, but where 2 lines meet, be that being die cuts or be it being folds in the character itself. I'm actually doing the voiceover in the lounge at the moment, so you really will hear Merlin. I'm normally in my craft room. So yeah, I've got some music in the background, so there's times when I will just shut up, but you're not just watching something with nothing. There's a little bit of music there. So yeah, I will say these bearings are amazing. They are so cool. You can get them off Amazon. Have a look for nail art if you're interested in them, because they have some really tiny ones. They'll all vary in prices as well, so they make such a difference to your card, honestly. I have enjoyed doing this. I have got 3 more to do, so we are on day 3 now, which you will probably have all seen by the time this comes up. We're still with our same internet provider until next Friday. So it is now 10 to 11 on Saturday the 6th. So I don't know what time it'll go. I don't know. Hopefully it'll go up straight away. Everybody's out shopping or what have you, so they're not using the internet. I know people say that doesn't make a difference, but apparently it does. So I'm just doing these little booties now. Again in 3 different browns. Yeah, so I'm going to show for a little while. Oh, this is for his belt and around the top, at the bottom of his hat. So I'm going to shut up a little while, drink my coffee, and pop in and out when I need to. That was by magic. There you go. I should do that snap thing, shouldn't I? So I decided for his little bell, like I've made it into a little bell. He's going to have little gold bells, so I'm just using a chrome marker. I do find with these chrome markers that you've got to really leave them to dry, otherwise they just smear and they lose the shine off them. As you can see there as well, there's 5. And 5 was too many for the card, so I stopped and didn't put one on, and I forgot to do little bits of his hands as well there. So I have got that one there for another card. So this next one is just showing you the little bearings that I've put on. I've put them on 3 of them. I've put them on virtually in the same place as well. Simply because I want them to hang in the same way. This is the little leaf that I found. It's a Sizzix leaf. It's got the number on it. I've got no idea where it came from, so I shall have to do a little bit of research and put it back where it belongs. And I ended up cutting, as you saw, quite a few out of them. So yeah, that was the next job. So colouring in the lights now. I'm using just 2 different colours this time. A little bit of shading on the edges. I've done it on the right hand side of the edge. I haven't shown you all of this again because it's just doing the same sort of thing, just with different colours. So I've done 3 of each colour, and as you'll see at the end, the colours that I've used. And there we go. We do look a little bit more Christmassy, although the yellow ones do look like lemons at the moment. Excuse me. I'm trying not to move because I've previously, when I've got my microphone obviously near on my chest, near to my mouth, that's isopropyl alcohol just to clean up there. You get these funny noises, and it's obviously me moving. So I wanted now to have the little silver bit on the top, that I wanted to add some dimension. So I've cut a really thin strip out, and I'm using a chrome marker to colour it. And then I'm going to cut that up into tiny, tiny little bits, and then put one on each of the ends of the bulbs. And again, you have to leave this to dry, because otherwise it just smudges and comes off anywhere. So just snipping them up now, and you can see how tiny they are. And then I wanted to put some foam tape on the back, just to give them a little bit of dimension. So now we're getting back to the card base, the second card base by now, by the way, and I'm just using rusty hinge. What else did I use? Green, I think it was twisted citron, and a little bit of yellow, which would have been squeezed lemonade, and then just sticking them down. And for the wire, not the wire, the wire, I suppose, for the bulbs, I've used just a little bit of twine, so it's just a little bit of different material that's on the card. There you go. So there are the lights on. And now I'm going to figure out where they are going to be. I already know that I'm going to be using 4 instead of the 5, because of, obviously, from the previous card that you haven't seen. So yeah, it's just positioning them, which I do spend a good bit of time doing that, as you will see by the finished card. So I'm just putting out where I want him to go, and I want him to be able to spin round and not go over the edge that much, because this is only the panel, it is going to go obviously on a card base, but I wanted them to be sort of like levelish, as it were. So just leaving them to dry. It's not taking as long to dry as well, because when I've cut them off, I've cut the card off, left the card still attached. So it's just sticking card to card on the rotary bearings. Just putting a little bit more foam tape on his hat. I just don't like to see saggy bits on cards. And then just doing a little bit of grounding on the end ones. And then I'm going to, I keep playing with it. And then I'm going to put some movement marks on it, which is what I'm doing now. And you can see his legs are too far down, and I have cut it off. I don't know why his legs are too far down. He's obviously slipped when I've put him. This one that I'm messing with now, which you can see his bottom's a lot further down, so I do end up taking him off and putting him back up again. So the sound might have changed a little bit simply because my microphone's just died on me. So I'm using my Colop EMAC Create to do the card sentiment. This little thing's absolutely ideal. It is expensive, but there is I was looking and there was a Colop, it's called a Go, and it's a lot cheaper. I think it's about £130. And apparently it is a better little machine, so this one was considerably more than that. And I'm just going over little bits where it hasn't printed out properly, and then I'm going to cut it down to size in a second, which you'll see eventually. Here we go. And this is the little mini guillotine from Tonic Studios. It's Tim Holtz. So just popping that down to the size that I want, and I'm going to put that, just stick it down straight onto the card. Yeah, just, I'm not going to put any foam tape on this one. And as normal, I'm using Gina Connect glue for the wet glue, and when I'm using the glue that I stick my card panels down or my mat and lays down is Colop glue. So there you go. And just sticking it down to the card panel. So the card's coming together now. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you like the card. So please remember to subscribe, everybody. I really do appreciate your support. And I will see you for the next one, and hopefully it'll be quite soon. All right, take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Bye.